Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. 3 RBs the Cowboys should target after Tony Pollard's departure. Per ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Tennessee Titans have agreed to a 3-year, $24 million deal with running back Tony Pollard, which is a significant loss for the Dallas Cowboys. The 26-year-old rushed for 1,005 yards in 17 games last season, the 12th most in the league. Here are 3 RBs the Cowboys should target to replace the former Pro Bowler. Henry is scheduled to become a free agent on Wednesday. Even though he's 30, he's still one of the best RBs in the NFL. In 17 games with the Titans last season, he rushed for the second most yards, 1,167 yards on 280 carries, in the league, tied for 7th in rushing touchdowns, 12, and earned his 4th Pro Bowl nod. The Cowboys lack cap space. Spotrac estimates they only have $8.8 million, and Henry's market value is a 1-year, $10.3 million deal. However, he's not focused on earning a payday. During a recent appearance on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast, he said he wants to go somewhere where he could win his first Super Bowl. The Cowboys have won 12 or more regular season games for 3 straight seasons, but have failed to advance past the divisional round. Perhaps Henry is the missing piece they need to get over the hump. The Green Bay Packers reportedly informed Jones they plan to release him after reaching an agreement with Josh Jacobs. The 29-year-old missed 6 games last season with hamstring and knee injuries, but stepped up in the playoffs. Dallas had a front-row seat when the former Pro Bowler rushed for 118 yards and 3 scores on 21 carries in a 48-32 wildcard round loss. Jones is familiar with the Dallas system. He played for Mike McCarthy for 2 seasons, 2017-18, while the Cowboys head coach served in the same role in Green Bay. The Cowboys could draft a running back instead of overspending on a free agent. In his latest mock draft, ESPN's Jordan Reed had Dallas taking the Florida State star with the 56th overall pick. Benson could be a great fit in Dallas, Reed wrote of the selection. He not only ran for 904 yards and 14 scores last season but also caught 20 passes. NFL Next Gen Stats gave the 21-year-old an 80 grade, the best among RBs in this draft class. At the NFL Scouting Combine, he ran a 4.39-second 40-yard dash, the 3rd fastest time at his position. It's apparent he has the tools to develop into a solid starter at the next level. Cowboys rumored to be out of star free agents' price range. The Dallas Cowboys don't have much cap space currently to work with ahead of the NFL's legal tampering period on Monday. The Cowboys only have $2.24 million in space, according to Over the Cap, but they could do a couple of things this week to open up some more cap space to add some more talent to the team. The Cowboys could be in the market for a new running back, as Tony Pollard is an unrestricted free agent. Pollard has reportedly said he'll take less to return to Dallas. However, with Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley both free agents, Dallas could be tempted to make a run at one of them. That being said, it doesn't look like the Cowboys will be going after the former New York Giants running back in free agency. ESPN's Jordan Raanan wrote about Barkley's market Sunday, mentioning that the Philadelphia Eagles and Cowboys have interest and aren't expected to reach Barkley's price point. It's not surprising to hear this about the Cowboys, as they could turn their attention to Henry if the price is right or re-sign Pollard at a discount. Pollard wasn't horrible last season as Dallas' lead running back. The 26-year-old running back ran for 1,005 yards and 6 touchdowns in his full season as a starter. He also played an instrumental role in the Cowboys' passing game, with 55 receptions, 67 targets, for 311 yards. Another reason why the Cowboys won't reach Barkley's price point is because they have to think about extensions for Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb. None of those guys' next deal will be cheap, and Dallas needs as much money/cap space to get all of it done. Nonetheless, it will be interesting to see what the Cowboys do at the running back as they will have their options as they look to win the NFC East for the 2nd straight year. Cowboys interested in trade for Eagles' $45 million star. The Dallas Cowboys could be interested in a potential trade with the division rival. As noted by Mike Fisher of Sports Illustrated, a source indicates the Cowboys are interested in a trade for Philadelphia Eagles two-time Pro Bowl linebacker Haason Reddick. The 29-year-old Reddick has been given permission to seek a trade. The Cowboys have respect for Reddick as well, which is why our source mentions Dallas and Jacksonville as among the teams that are interested in making a move, writes Fisher. As Fisher further details, the Cowboys are investigating ways to acquire Reddick. And an NFL source tells CowboysSI.com that the idea of the Dallas Cowboys investigating ways to acquire Reddick is real, too, writes Fisher. The 7-year veteran is coming off of his second consecutive Pro Bowl berth after registering an 11-sack season. He posted a career-best 16 sacks during the 2022 season, with 4 Eagles defenders posting double-digit numbers in sacks during that year. While Reddick's production is not an issue, the Eagles are going through a fire sale of sorts along the defensive line. They're also shopping Josh Sweat, who had a Pro Bowl year in 2021 and registered 11 sacks during the 2022 season. As Fisher mentions, a more reasonable time frame for a Reddick trade would be post-June 1 for salary cap reasons. Trading Reddick after June 1 would result in $16 million cap savings and a $5.8 million dead cap hit. Meanwhile, trading Reddick before June 1 would result in a dead cap hit of $20.5 million and a cap savings of just $1.3 million. The matter of compensation coming back in a trade for Reddick? It's anybody's guess right now, especially because if Philly wants to do something cap-friendly, it needs to be post-June 1, at which time getting draft picks for him will be about 2025, writes Fisher. Over the past 4 seasons, Reddick has posted at least 11 sacks in each season, totaling 40.5 sacks during that time frame, the 4th highest in the NFL since 2020. While the idea of the Cowboys being interested in acquiring one of the top young pass rushers in the NFL isn't exactly surprising, the notion of the Eagles trading one of their top players to their chief division rival is hard to imagine, regardless of what type of draft capital Dallas is willing to give up. The more reasonable scenario where the Cowboys could acquire Reddick sees the Eagles simply cut him and Dallas then sign him. The Cowboys and other teams could force the Eagles' hand and hope he gets released with a post-June 1 designation, in which case the Eagles could cut him and save $16 million under the salary cap, writes Fisher. We'll see what the Eagles end up doing with Reddick, but it's hard to envision them releasing a sack artist in the midst of his prime without receiving anything in return. Pro Football Focus projects Reddick as having potential second-round pick trade value. Across 7 seasons, Reddick holds career totals of 58 sacks and 410 tackles in 81 starts in 114 career appearances, including stints with the Arizona Cardinals and Carolina Panthers. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, Haason Reddick? Leave your opinion in the comments.